What changed, Dindo? Kasi last year, I remember in November, he had the highest rating, di ba? 80.
It was
And,
it was 88%.
and
88%.
people were already suffering at that time. Lives and livelihoods, all were suffering. It's the same now. Anong nagbago? This year, what changed?
Yes. Something that we saw as we dug deep into the performance of government was we started looking into how his administration performed vis-a-vis issues. And there was semblance of as if the president was not being made accountable for the bad performance of the administration. We even saw it until June of this year. It was still at 82% and 75% with social weather station. So the question that stuck in my mind was, when will the public make the president accountable?
Yeah.
And that's what we saw with this latest survey, not still low, but a steep decline in the 60s.
And sustained.
And if it keeps on going down, imagine where we'll be come election season, which is still a few months from now, 3 to 4 months from now. So it's something that any candidate would not like to bring going into the election season.
Yeah.
But what turned it, I believe, is it's something related to some of our commission surveys, commission questions in both surveys.
Yes.
When we asked, what are your top concerns that you would like candidates for national elections to deal with in 2022? 4 out of 5 of the top 5 were actually economic issues. But in between is corruption issue. So we saw people suffering from presyo ng bilihin, high prices of basic commodities, salary or lack of jobs. That leads to the third issue, which is hunger and poverty. But in between them are corruption. So when we crossed into this investigation on Pharmally, I chat people. I call it COVID corruption. You're stealing. There's corruption. And it's reflective of the type of people that we saw answering in the Senate. And maybe when the president started defending this procurement, it really backfired. And I heard that as the Senate also goes into looking into the budget proposal for next year, which is their constitutional mandate, they will look into other procurement of vaccination, procurement of other COVID-related interventions. And that might open more issues with regards to procurement challenges, and which is basically COVID corruption.
But sir, how did the president's declining numbers compare to the decline in the numbers of previous presidents in their last year?
Because I think the best way to compare the president, because of his high ratings, was Aquino. As compared to previous president, which was Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo and also Joseph Estrada. So with Aquino, it was 2 years before that, the Mama Sapang. So sometimes it's triggered by an event, by an issue. In this case, it's the Pharmally issue or COVID-19 corruption. So, but what's worse, I think, now is that side by side with it, people are suffering.
Yeah.
So imagine that's a double whammy for the voters themselves. So even the candidate of the president, whoever that candidate is, will be asked to account for that. You are the candidate of the president and you need to account for it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be identified with the administration that is perceived, based on these investigations, have stolen or have allowed the misuse or abuse of public funds during a pandemic.